Brisbane City has long been viewed as less influential than its cousins Melbourne and Sydney. However, with growing attention, Brisbane is beginning to make a name for itself as a major foodie city. Today, we're taking a look at Brisbane's dining and food scene and where it could be heading in the future. To understand the future of Brisbane's dining scene, it's important to look at the weights of history. In the late 19th century and early 20th century, Brisbane CBD was the river port. Areas recognised as trendy today, such as Eagle Street Pier and South Bank, served as points of entry for coastal passengers and cargo ships. South Bank's Plough Inn, now a Brisbane icon, was built in 1885, serving men who would come in from the docks. So how did the docks and warehouses turn into the cultural and dining precinct that it is today? In 1988, Brisbane played host to the World Exhibition, commonly referred to as Expo 88. Brisbane's then Lord Mayor, Sally Ann Atkinson, was heavily involved in Expo 88 and has spoken on its legacy.
Well, what happened with Expo, of course, was that people came out to Expo at night, and when they came out, they ate out. And when they came to Expo, they discovered this range of wonderful cafes and restaurants. So it absolutely changed people's attitude to dining and to going out at night. We were a city that shut down about 8 o'clock at night before that.
As a showcase of the world's cultures, Expo 88 is largely credited with bringing a range of international cuisine to Brisbane. In addition to this, it introduced alfresco and footpath dining to Brisbane.
Well, we've been trying for a long time to get outdoor dining in Brisbane, on the footpaths like they do in Paris and other parts of the world. But state government regulations said, no, there'd be flies and there'd be dust and we'd all die of some sort of poisoning. But of course with Expo then people said, outdoor dining's a good idea. And we then were able to fight for it with community backing.
The pushes of the present are driving Brisbane's evolution into the foodie city that it is becoming today. No longer will it be known as that little city on the way to the Gold Coast. Our city is growing rapidly, screaming out, "We are here and we are ready for you."
Years ago, I think the culture was just Chinatown. It was the one place that everybody went to find something a little bit different. Now we have so many different regions, even within the Brisbane sector itself. And I think that's the exciting thing about food at the moment.
Brisbane is a river-orientated city, which lends itself to fantastic views and relaxed environments. The warmer climate has allowed for an increase in alfresco dining, outdoor festivals and markets dedicated to swiftly emerging food culture. Natasha Mirosh is the event manager of Good Food Month Brisbane and the editor of Queensland's Good Food Guide.
So Fairfax just decided that it was time to invest in food in Brisbane, and the guide has been accepted really well in Queensland, and we've got a really burgeoning restaurant industry.
Good Food Month encompassed plenty of pop-up markets. However, South Bank's night noodle markets were by far the most popular.
The noodle markets were definitely the most successful event. We had around nearly 170,000 people come to the night noodle markets, and that was despite the fact it was midwinter and very cold at night on the river. And Brisbane really embraced it as their own.
The rise of social media is having a substantial impact on food trends in Brisbane. Facebook allows users to check into any restaurant or venue they want, sharing their location and tastes with their personal network. On Instagram, there are accounts dedicated to the best eats in Brisbane, and blogs have started popping up that are solely devoted to the Brisbane food lifestyle. To succeed in the food business in our growing city, it's obvious that you have to stay connected. Competing cities, Melbourne and Sydney, have driven Brisbane to step up their game. However, rather than emulating these cities' fine dining industries, Brisbane has become home to innovative foodies who have taken inspiration from Asia's bustling market scene. Brisbane's Eat Street markets have pioneered gourmet market food and transformed the public's perceptions of eating out. The city's high density and busy lifestyle is encouraging demand for fast, convenient and gourmet eating alternatives. And so Brisbane has forged its own street food industry, with many similar street food markets and food truck events on the horizon. In 10 years, we can expect to see a food industry reminiscent of Asian cities, yet catering for the Brisbane lifestyle. This has the potential to expand food-oriented journalism and Brisbane's food tourism industry.